why they made a mistake. Having a president who think he knows technically sports. That's how we lost it. We lost it because we failed to prepare. So what we're getting now is from our lack of preparation, and it's going to be unfair for Nigeria to even qualify.
Let's talk about the NFF, with the fact that they have a hand in this, according to you.
Yeah.
We know for sure that we've missed a World Cup before, the Qatar World Cup. We could not make it to Qatar. But right now we're on the brink. So you do not believe that if we have these permutations done right, these calculations done right, of course we should have the permutations being the fact that if Nigeria can win their remainder 2 games, if South Africa can lose their remainder 2 games, if Nigeria can finish in the top 4 position for the playoffs, they can be able to make the playoff. We have 2 paths here, one for the qualifiers and another for the playoffs. So these are the permutations we have done here on News Central to see if Nigeria can make it. Sam, are you ruling Nigeria out of this race already, even with these permutations?
I'm talking from a professional side. I'm coming from a professional side of things. Okay. You might be talking as a fan that these stats does matter. To me, all this doesn't matter. We might still come and play the next game and not win. We cannot do what we keep doing and expect a different results. So that's my point to you. I'm not going to jump into what you're trying to say about calculation, because we don't deserve to be in the World Cup. We cannot play such a qualifiers and expect to be in the World Cup. So I go back to the to what happened, the preparation, and I'm going to stick to that. I'm not going to fast forward myself to what's happening now, because we've lost the qualification a couple of years ago. Then changing managers just made it worse.
All right, what do you think should happen to the current Nigerian Football Federation board if Nigeria, finally, even with our permutations, even with all our calculation, if it doesn't come to fruition, what do you think should happen to the NFF board? What change do you want to see if Nigeria misses back-to-back World Cups?
Simple as ABC, it's only in Nigeria you won't see people resigning. They shall resign, but we know that's not going to happen. So the advisors to the authorities of the nation have to advise with no bias that they've not done well. They have to step aside and give people, I'm not looking for a job, by the way, give technocrats to come in to make things professional for us to have a chance of going to the World Cup or football in Nigeria. I think the amateurs, they took us 8 years back, technically. I think this set of people have taken us another 10 years back. You're talking about not qualifying for the World Cup. Do you know how much impact this is going to do for the nation? Not just football. I'm talking about sponsorship. I'm talking about business, everything. We've lost so much. So it's more than just playing football in the World Cup. So yes, to answer your question about what I think they should step aside and allow people that knows exactly what it takes to qualify or to be professional or to hire a coach do their job.
All right. Now, when you talk about them doing things professionally, please, I need clarity on that. Walk me through how this can be done professionally to help the Super Eagles for the qualification, because right now our eyes are set on 2030. We don't want to get it wrong then.
Yeah, very easy. I'm happy with the question because I can tell you exactly what should have been done. If I was in a position to advise the NFF long time ago, it's so simple. When you go into a tournament or when you know as a nation what you want, you know exactly where your team is. If you want to go and get a manager, you should pick what kind of manager do you need. Do you need a quick fix, which is short term, or do you need a manager for long term? So when you're experiencing enough that, okay, what we need now is to qualify for the World Cup. That's short term. You go out there and you fetch for a manager who's the motivation, who's a motivation kind of manager, who can make players believe that they can go through brick wall. You go for such a manager. I'm talking from experience. I'm not talking for what I read in the papers. I'm telling you what I've experienced. I've played for clubs where they've gone for managers who they know can only be in the club for 1 year or 2 years. And they'll go and sign those managers and get us to the World Cup. After that, you can go for a long-term manager who will bring the young players in and plan. So I don't know if I'm making sense. So to tell you exactly what I think we lost it by amateur or some people that don't have no clue about technical football by picking managers just because they want to hire managers. So I just explained to you what I think the NFF should have done, and that would have given us a better chance to qualify for the World Cup.
All right, from your standpoint as a former player, when results keep slipping away like this, what do you think will be going through the minds of the players, and what do you think can better put them in a position to execute the remainder of the 2 games in this qualifiers?
In sport, not just football, in sport, confidence is a huge thing. You know, confidence, no matter how good you are. If you play for Man United, you play for Real Madrid, or you play for the best teams in the world, confidence, it takes you so far. Right now, they're so low in confidence. So you need a backroom staff who can boost these players' confidence. And by winning games, nothing gives you more confidence than winning games. We've not won now. We've lost. So the confidence is so low. But these are professional players. If things are done properly and the manager knows what he's doing, with the right things to say, you know, the psychology of the players, we can still do it and win the games. But yes, to answer your question, what we need to do, I don't know what to say, but if I was playing, you know, confidence is a big thing, no matter how big you are. And no matter who you play for, when you come and play for a football team, not just Nigeria, everywhere, they have to tell you what to do, regardless of who you play for. The manager has to tell the players what he expects them to do. You can't just leave them to go on the pitch and do what they want.
All right. Many of them, these players we're talking about, they recently signed new contracts with their club. They also moved from a European club to another in order to, you know, continue their careers, their pathway in football. Do you think this performance in the qualifiers in this window, does it reflect the level of the money these clubs are paying them, or the level of confidence that this club have in them before signing them, putting pen to paper?
No, the clubs that they've been to or go to, they're professional clubs, and they must have seen the reason they're signing them. And when they go back to the football club, they've got professional managers who will tell them exactly what they expect from them, and that will be done. I'm saying this because I know exactly what I'm saying, because I've been in that position before. You go to a football club, they tell you what they expect, they tell you exactly how they play, and that's why you see these players playing fantastically well for their clubs. When they come to Nigeria, I don't think they get the right information of what we really need from them, expect from them. So that, to answer your question about what they will do in the new club, they will be fantastic. They'll be very good, because they will get the right information, how they expect them to do, what they expect them to do, and that's why they're always better playing for the football club.
All right, Sam, let's cut them a little bit of slack right now. They have 2 fixtures to execute in the October window of the international window. What should Nigerians expect that would give Nigerians the confidence, fans the confidence that this team are remorse about these results and they're ready to show commitment and consistency? Because a lot of fans are saying, please disband this team. I think it's time for us to have new crop of players for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Bafana do not have more players from Europe. They have their players from the domestic league, from Mamelodi Sundowns, and they can put up such a performance. Oh, yes, they did. Yes, they did. Yeah, but they had the system. Yes. They've got a system that they play to. You know, it's not about where the players come from. We have one of the best teams probably in the world. Yeah. You know, take my word for it. You know, I'm not slaughtering the players. I can't slaughter the players. You have to tell them what to do. To answer your question about what I think they should do, first of all, you have to get the personnel on the pitch right. I think he got the system right yesterday, but he got the personnel wrong. You know, I played the game before. I know how it is when you start getting injury, when age start creeping in. So that our captain might be going through the same thing. You know, injuries and age. So you can't really blame him. His own goal can be prevented. You know, I'm a defender myself. You know, we score own goals, but there's different kind of own goals. What happened yesterday, that can be prevented. He was using the wrong foot to attack the ball. He was meant to use his left foot. And all this comes from a defensive coach who tells him what to do. So I won't blame him, but, you know, it happens to every one of us. You know, age came, injury came, and we step aside. So maybe you cannot tell a player when to stop, but maybe yesterday's game will tell him more about himself. But when it comes to the players, I think we've got one of the best squads in the world. We just not got the right personnel on the pitch. And until we do that, I'm sure we'll be fine. All right, we'll take your word for it at this time. I'm hoping that the Nigerian Football Federation can put these words to action, be accountable for all that we've seen and the performance of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. I know vividly that we've got 3 coaches at the helm right now taking the Super Eagles through the qualifiers. We had 2 points picked from Joseph Posiero, not forgetting 1 point from Finidi George, and now we're stuck with Eric Sekushel. At this time, the breakdown being done by an ex-international, Sam Sodje. We do appreciate your thoughts and we'll be hoping to reconnect with you when things start getting better.
Thank you for having me. Thank you very much.
Grateful to have you at all times. A pleasure.